Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let's Play Minecraft. So today we're going to play a bit of IC, I think, Industrial Craft. I got an IC wrench. I was actually making some stuff, but I thought I'd go further and actually do a bit more in IC than just build a machine or two. So let's get started, shall we? So one of the first things is you're going to want a generator, and then you're going to want to make some resin. So I did make a generator. I will admit, I made a generator, and I'm going to tell you how I made that so we don't, miss a step here. So basically, iron plates is how it's done. So if we wait for our IC iron plates, it's using the IC hammer, which is just iron ingots and some sticks. Nothing hard, nothing too special. And then you hammer them down, and you need an iron furnace, which is just iron plates again around a furnace, and then you need a battery, which is tin casing, which the tin is easy. It's just hammering tin plates again, which tin plates also equal tin ingot, and then insulated tin cable, which is taking cutters from IC2 again and cutting them up. So it's basically immersive engineering. Basically took a lot of the ideas from IC when it comes to cutting wires, things like that, and had added to their mod. But it's a similar idea basically. So hopefully that catches you up. So, and then tin casing is double hammering it, and then redstone. So I've already done this and made a generator, and so that's what this puppy is for. And I guess we can put it wherever for now, over here, as our starter power source. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a squeezer, I think. So we're going to type in, isn't it what? I really don't know what it's called anymore. I guess there we go. Smelting? Yeah, we don't want smelting. Extractor, sorry. Extractor. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I'm doing something wrong. So you're going to make tree taps here, and they don't stack still. And to give you an idea, we have IC rubber trees that I planted here, and I have a tree tap here, and this is how I get resin. There we go. So I'm just going around collecting these. The reason I'd rather get a squeezer is get you 3 times the yield. So I can smelt these, which is kind of what you have to do to begin with to get some rubber. But if you go ahead and put them in a squeezer, you'll get 3 times the yield, which is considered nicer, of course. And then we need to make a circuit, so we need to make these guys. It shouldn't be too hard, except I don't know if I have... Oh, yeah, I don't know if we have enough copper cable, honestly. No, we don't. So we got to take, might as well use this copper up, and then get a hammer again. Running out of things here. Okay, and then we'll put this here, and there you go. So that should get us enough to make, yeah, this. We got that part, so we're just going to do this now. There you go. We got 6 of them. And then we can make our circuit. So the IC circuits are kind of like, you kind of make these all the time. It's kind of like the go thing in IC. Later on you might make even more, but electronic circuits were kind of like the things that we always remember back in the day, making lots of and using lots of them. So we're making just a normal extractor here, and then a basic machine, which we're going to need more here. So what we're going to do here is make a new hammer. Wish there was an easier, I guess this is good. It's good when it flashes easier. We're just going to make a couple of these because they're useful. And then we're just going to go shift click. Well, maybe not shift click, but is this a bug? That is definitely a bug. Huh. Well, that's a weird bug. There you go. That's a weird bug indeed. Let's put these... Oh yeah, I don't even know if that exists. Well, it does exist. We saw it. It's just really weird of a bug. Interesting. Whatever. It's gone now, right? Okay, so we got some of these guys, and we're going to put these together and make a machine frame, or basic machine casing. And then we'll shift-click this, and... did I try to take the one out of the inventory? No, I just was short 1 tree tap. Okay. Well, let's fix that up, shall we? There we go. And there you go. Ooh, we've got some achievements for this. And we'll just put it on top for now. And if you feed this puppy some coal, it'll work. And of course, put the resin in there too. And start extracting it. And there you go. Now, this generator isn't a smart generator. It will consume and eat as much power as it is willing to consume. So if, let's say it produces, I don't know how much these generators produce, but let's just say it produces, I don't know, 20k EU a tick, okay? If it only needs 1 EU a tick, it will burn out a whole coal for that. It's not smart. It doesn't know when to quit. It will just consume in a sense. So keep that in mind. So you can see now we're going to get 6. So there you go. There's the rubber. And originally I used this to smelt it down, which worked. And by the way, I finished the automation of this. I don't know if I told you guys this, but it's just basic. I didn't add everything. I just added 4 ores to it for now. We'll probably use like maybe IC eventually for the that kind of processing and stuff. But I did that for now, so you can see I have 4.1k iron and stuff. So we're doing pretty good. How's space doing? That's pretty good. I also have something else here. I noticed the worms here, and I forgot about this. I was going to show you this, so I'll show you that later on if I do remember. We can look more into that. Anyways, now that we have that, one of the things I was looking at is this chunk loader. Now, if you're going to be playing on our server, please be respectful and turn off your chunk loader when you get off and stuff, because the last thing I want to do is have people have infinite chunk loaders running and lagging the server over time. And it's actually one of the reasons why servers end up having to die over time, because it's hard to, you know, find all these bases with chunk loaders, and it just goes on and on and on. But it's the same recipe as before. We've done tin plates, the machine casing, the electronic circuit, everything is there. And I actually made that ahead of time, and this is the chunk loader. But I noticed the whole power situation. I don't mind doing a coal generator, but the problem is I told you that it will eat the power no matter what. So you can see it's at 26 already, and it just consumes. Even though this is full, and it filled that, it's still, you know, watch that cell right there. See how it burns that? Shouldn't have burned that. It could have sat there for a while, but that's unfortunately how it works. So I thought, well, maybe we needed battery storage, but a normal one would probably not be enough. So I thought maybe we'll look into more than just the basic tier and go through it a bit more. So there is a battery pack, which this is the charge pad. Oh, this is a charge pad. Here's the battery pack, which holds 40, is that 40,000 or 400,000? It's hard to tell these days. 40,000. Thank you for everyone in the world for putting commas and things, because if you didn't, I would kill you all. Anyways, before I get sent to jail here, we can make an MFE here, which is 4 million. And then you can make an MFSU, which is 40 million, if I remember. So I assume that's 40 million. I'm not going to try to figure that out, because once again, thank you, developers out there, for your commas. So the MFE is probably the one I would make. The only downside with the MFE is that it uses energy crystals, and you're going to have to learn how to make all this. So it's not hard to make. You just need to know what to do. So there's diamond dust that we can do, and you can get multiples of them through a crusher. That we're not going to use. That crusher, that's out of the question. So there's this diamond dust. Okay, once again, we're not going to use that. Actually, what is this one? Oh, mechanism crusher. Now, the mechanism crusher, I would say, yes, that's possible, but it didn't show me a recipe for it. I would know it's not hard or anything. And then there's an IC one. Since we're trying to play with some IC stuff, that's mechanism. Here we go. We could do a macerator. And macerator into diamond, not hard. It's a cheap recipe. So let's go macerator. I was just checking out the other recipes, like mods. I was surprised to see multiple diamond dust recipes. That's why I was kind of like scouring around, like, what is this? What's that? So let's go ahead and get our wire cutters here. Cut us. And well, whatever. And we can throw our rubber in there. And shift click. Oh, lacking rubber, huh? That's fine. That's what this is for. Excellent. That way we don't have to worry too much for a while. Okay, and now we can go ahead and... Oh, be a pain in my butt. There you go. So we got enough to make 2 there. And another machine casing here. And boom, there we go. Macerator. Ooh, double trouble. We'll just throw this on this side for now. And this should be powered up. Of course, we're not doing so well when we remove that power. And there you go. So this macerator, we can start doing the diamonds. So if we looked at the MFE recipe, MFE, we want these diamonds, and it needs 9 of these. And so it needs 16 diamonds, I guess. Is about right? 16 diamonds. So we'll grab 16 and macerate them away. So you can see this is still powering even with... Oh, it's a little slower, but it's still going up there, which means, of course, it's still draining and wasting power. But that is fine. That's what we're all about, right? Wasting power. Okay, so... for other parts of the MFE, you're going to use gold. Ooh, gold. So we can get rid of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, it was just 1, 2, 3. Actually, do you get 2 from the wire cutters? I forget now. I feel like you got 2 from wire cutters, but I keep throwing the wire cutters back in like a noob. There you go. Oh, okay. You get actually 8. Might have overdone it then. Which ones are these? Ah, these are the thicker ones. So, the thicker ones, we do double rubber, right? There you go. So we can throw those in. Nice. And then basically all we have left is these, which is a compressor. So compressor we can make now. Yeah, we already actually did this part. So, shift... No, you probably need the basic machine. There you go. And then shift click... darn it, there you go. Compressor. There you go. Getting all these little achievements for all this. So it's up to you where you want to put this. I'm going to probably just put this right here. And we're going to compress the diamonds over time with a mix of redstone. Now, I have a wrench here. This wrench is not a good wrench. I want to say that now. This wrench isn't considered... you can get a electric wrench, which is lossless, but if you don't use that, non-base machines have a chance to break and just give you a machine block back instead. So I might actually lose basically the circuit and whatever else in some of those that I have. I think batteries are exempted from this, except... most machines can still lose it. So this is a generator. This is a base block basically, so you don't have to worry. A macerator could go to a machine block, extractor could go to a machine block, and compressor could go to a machine block. So keep that in mind. It shouldn't be like the end of the world for us, but you could end up giving yourself a bit of a headache with that. So let's go ahead and get some of this dust. I'm gonna start this. Oh yeah, we needed 8, I guess, for... yeah. Might have actually slightly overdone this, now I think about it. No, maybe I didn't. I did 16. That's probably fine. So we'll put this in the compressor. There you go. Okay, so... skeleton horses, like if they've already spawned once and did their thing, they don't usually do it again, as far as I know, so they're pretty safe to approach now. There you go. Oh yeah, I've been, of course, working on my little gun and stuff, and things went off pretty good with this thing. I don't know how to actually get it back. You just don't get it back? Okay. Well, now I don't get it back, so I can't show you anything. I really don't know how that works. Could be a bug. Oh, I just got it there. Wish I knew what I did there, though. I feel like it's not the same hitbox we're used to. Ah, whatever. You done this? Perfect. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to make a transformer. MFE's higher power source, so that will cause kabooms on us if we're not careful. So, transformer. So so MFE is considered power storage. Oh, tier 512. Ooh. So transformer, we're gonna have to do an MV to an LV, it looks like. Okay. So there's that. And then, oops, MV. And then we need to do an LV. Ooh, looks like the LV is going to have more excitement in it. So once again, copper. Cutters. I threw them in there again, huh? Oops, you're a noob. Hammer first. Hammer time! There you go. There we go. Don't throw the cutters in this time. And then, if you don't do this, things will boom. I don't know if it does these days, but I'm going to play with the legitimate old style, so we won't know anyways. There you go. So, the way you want to set these up for sure, and this is not just guesstimate or anything, you set them up for them. They have one in, one out. Crap. Can these be wrenched? There you go. So the power goes, like the heavy one goes in, and the outputs are the least ones kind of thing. So this used to be shift, there you go, opposite way. So it should be fine if we flow the power through that now. That's what it was at least a long time ago. And now this should be converting the power to an LV, so it should be decent. And then we can power up, say, our chunk loader right here, and we won't have to worry about it. And you can select your chunks on here. It's really cute. I really like the interface. So if we get the materials here now, here we go. That's kind of cool. They let you stack inside there now. We'll go ahead and throw these in, and we go MFE. And, whoa, pain in my butt. We don't even have any iron plates left, really, so let's go ahead and shift-click. Hopefully this... Oh, shoot. I gotta check the server log for that one. I wonder if it... Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. That's a bad one. Woo! I'm going to have to get that fixed. Okay, so no shift clicking out of that for sure. So that hammer is bad now. But that caused us to lose all that iron from what I can tell. So don't do that. So to make an iron hammer, it's pretty simple. It's just like this and sticks like this. We actually had more hammers, didn't we? But whatever. And then, yeah, I'm not taking my chances anymore with this damn thing. That's weird. There you go. And do. There you go. Now the battery energy crystals. There you go. And thought they were a name. Oh, they stacked them there too. Stack everywhere apparently. There we go. MFE. Now, you're going to want to wrench stuff. If you put this MFE beside this compressor, you're going to blow up the base. Well, you probably won't blow it up, but you'll make a mess, so keep that in mind. And then we can go ahead and put this MFE here. And, oh, it's not blowing up yet. Okay, we're good. And if we shift-click on this side, that should be... This looks different than I remember, but that looks right. Redstone behavior, blah, blah, blah. Do you accept redstone behavior? I don't think so. No. Anyways, We can go ahead and wrench that, wrench this. Looks like everything got back right, so that's good. And then we can wrench this, of course, and we can move this up to the plate here. Right there. And then as long as we've done this all right, and I'm scared because you hear boom, you screwed up. So I'm not hoping to hear a boom. Anyways, let's go and give it up. Sorry. I got scared. And there you go. It's powering up. And there she goes. Don't touch any of these settings. I'm not looking. I didn't realize these have so many settings now. Step up, step down, etc., etc. You touch this, you'll probably blow up your entire system, so I wouldn't touch those at all. You select your chunks that you want, so shift click unchecks them. Okay, so by default it does the one corner, so now my entire base is chunk loaded in a sense. And you can go out and AoE, or not AoE, but select other places to chunk load. So for example, I could chunk load these if I really wanted to, things like that. So I'll just do the 4 there. And there you go. And that is like a basic IC like rundown, actually. This is a really good, it was speedy, it was fast, it worked out well. And this is all for a chunk loader for now. Of course, I'll do other things eventually, but I just wanted to do it for a simple chunk loader. So I can do something like maybe a player interface. Player interface. There's a couple of them in the game. I don't know. That one looks expensive. Player chest. Player chest. This one might be what I want then. Do we have any of these available right now? Oh, we have everything except the under chest. Okay. And I don't have any. Okay, we can get some quickly. Bucket. This shouldn't be a hard task at all for us these days. Don't ask why my nether portal is like that. I was just screwing around and shooting it with my thing. I would have shown you my psi gun, but I can't. I'm too stupid to figure out how to get the weapon off the thing. But I did level up my psi. It's you know, up there. It's not an exciting mod, honestly. It works, but it's not my kind of a mod. Let's put it that way. But it's an interesting mod. I do recommend it. I think it's an awesome mod, but it's just, you know, not my type of thing. So hopefully that makes some sense. Hope I'm not somebody evil for that. You don't like it, you're evil. There you go. So let's go ahead and start breaking this. Don't ask what's happening there. Oh, it's this damn thing. There you go. Couldn't figure out why the lava was there. So now we can AoE with our badass hammer, right? So this will be a little faster because we'll get 9 at a time here. Unless all 9 break. I worry when I see that. Did I pick them all up? No. There you go. What the? I really don't like this, whatever, screwing up the waters. Gotta make sure I don't lose my position here. I like how you can see the cracks really well everywhere, but the one spot. There you go. I got it. That's good enough. Okay. So what I was thinking with this, which would be kind of cool, don't know how well it'll work, is I wanted to do this player interface. And it was one of the ideas I had. I've never done this before, so prepare yourselves. That is my inventory. Oh my god, that is cooler than I expected. So inventory configuration. So what I was hoping to do, and it might take all my items out, I don't know, so we're about to find out. Importer. Do we have any more importers? Yes, we do. So before we actually, oh, it's probably gonna just do it because it connects, doesn't it? Oh crap. Nope, it's not doing it. Okay. Oh. Full access. So. Oh, it's doing it right now. Oh, it has full access to that slot. Okay. So what you can do, I guess, for this is you can say full access, full access, full access. You can do something like this. There you go. That's how it works. Okay. That works. Can this be redstone? Yes, it can. So that should stop it. And then we could do a lever 2000. There you go. And so now it should start again. Yep. And then we need a speed upgrade, or you don't need, but you're more than welcome to use the upgrade. Refined, I forget what it's called, the speed. Speed. It must be in something else. What would I be using it in, though? I don't think I'm using speed upgrades. Did I lose them somehow? Wow. That's the only conclusion I can come with. Oh, here they are. Is that I didn't lose them. There you go. Now, this is not probably the best, but now if we enable this, it'll still... Yeah, it drains really fast. So now I can put this here, whatever. Now when I go mining... it's even more OP than it ever has been, because now I can just bring my torches with me. Now, you got to be careful not to put them in here, but the idea is now when I go mining, and I do have a mining spot I was doing before. There you go. There you go. Hopefully this still has power. Oh, yeah. Everything I get now gets... I mean, some of it will go the first inventory, of course, but everything else will get sucked into my system, and now I'm using chunk loaders, right? So now I don't even carry any of these things with me. Isn't that ridiculous? And if you're worried about certain inventory items still, like you don't want to lose this and that and this and that, we can still easily, and watch this. So we do the iron, right? So if we go back here, if we can get back in time, boom, boom. If we go here in time, you should be able to see, there you go, the iron being processed as we speak. There you go. So all that stuff automatically gets, processed as well. But what we could do is we could put filters on this too, right? So type of items, whitelist, so blacklist. So then you can say things like torches, for example. So I'll say torch could be on the blacklist. Oh crap, that'll definitely get sucked up, of course. But we could say you're on the thing, and then the torches should not take out at all. And then we could put other things on the blacklist too. Like, you probably don't want to accidentally, leave with your main tools and items and weapons and stuff. So you might want to put that in there. You want to put this in there for sure. Compare MBT. No, do not compare MBT. So that hopefully would mean that this would not get eaten up. But if it was compare MBT and then you had like the power drain on these or whatever, you use them, it'd probably consume them and you'd be like, oh man. But you could do stuff like this, and then those things you don't have to worry about losing any of these at all. And or your torches, and then that way you can configure up your inventory or whatnot. Or you could flip it around, do a whitelist, etc. as well. But this has no access. Interesting. So you could give access to your armor, which means you could probably do some sort of like, I don't know, charging or something. I don't know if you could do remote charging, but you could probably do something interesting like that. But either way, I thought you would love that. The last thing I want to show you, and we'll go over our time a wee bit because I wanted to show you this before and we keep forgetting. So let's go ahead and get these worm things here. Now I should have turned that off because everything's going to get teleported around. Now if these guys aggro me, screw it. Darn it, they did. Okay, I guess we're doing the screw it part. Okay, so these things are just a strainer and bait thing. Basically, they grab worms and whatnot. This is not worth doing. And basically, you just take these pots and you put them in the strainers, and you put the worms around it, and that's all I was doing. And then you could just go like this. You kind of have to go back and forth, unfortunately. And if you do this one, I don't think they consume worm to worm. Instead, they last a little longer, and I just put them in there, and over time, they just collect fish, and sometimes you get enchantment books. But in the end, I found it not worth it, but I wanted to show you that. and that's from the water mod. So if you go water here, you can even get no other block materials. So if you hold shift, you can see what you can get. But what I was using was I just used the strainer base, and then I used this fisherman's strainer, which is just basically this net and then the sugar cane around it. It has no durability. Then I took this garden trowel, and I went and just dug dirt, and you basically get a worm per piece of dirt. And then the bait pot I made, and then I surrounded, like this, and then I put them inside, and then just slowly every maybe 30 seconds or so you catch a fish or whatnot. But with Pam's on here, it kind of, I feel like it kind of waded in too much, where now that I get too many Pam's fish and not like enough enchantment books and things like that. I'm not sure if that is even the case, but it is what it feels like. But either way, it was a neat thing, and I just wanted to set it up. I'd show you more, but I can't deal with those guys, so yeah, screw that. Anyways, guys and girls, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and we'll see wonderful people next time.